Hello, T-Rex. It's me, dear Earth. Hi, Curtis. Welcome. Come on in, guys. Welcome to Plus Size Tea with me. How you guys doing on this Taco Tuesday? I myself am doing great. I'm loving the weather, enjoying life. Ready to give y'all this hot tea. Come on in, tea bags. I'll give you just a few minutes to come on in. I got some good hot tea today and some updates and things like that. We'll be doing a couple of stories for you today. Give you a little update. Give you just a few more minutes to see if anyone will be coming in. If not, we'll get started. For those of you that are new to my channel, Plus Size Tea with Dear Rose, please make sure you like and subscribe and comment when you view the video, even after the live. Like, subscribe, ring that bell so you know that I'm on. I try to come on live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here on YouTube. And I also have a podcast on Spotify, same name, Plus Size Tea with Dear Rose, where I do more of a motivational, my life's journey type of podcast on that platform. But yes, okay, let's get started. I have put everything down in the description box concerning the stories, topics that I'll be covering today. I may have time to do some more other updates as well. But we're going to start off with Erica Mena and SAFAREE Samuels from the Love and Hip Hop franchise. News media reports that Erica Mena files for divorce from SAFAREE amid her pregnancy. She's pregnant with her second child from her husband, SAFAREE. Allegedly, make sure we put that allegedly in there. We don't want to report anything that may not be true. This is from TMZ. Reported today, that Mena, 33, filed for divorce from Samuels, 39, Friday in Fayette County Superior Court in Georgia. Mena is seeking primary physical custody of their daughter, Sapphire Majesty, her 15-month-old daughter with a SAFAREE. Mena is also requesting child support and exclusive use of their family home. Radar Online also confirmed that Mena filed for divorce last week. Court records list the case as divorce annulment. Mena and Samuels married in October 2019. The pair announced earlier this month that they are expecting their second child together. More Life, quoted by Mena, wrote in a since deleted post, "Who wants that perfect love story anyway?" Wow. Marriage is not easy at all, but having a family of your own makes up for it, she said. God, I thank you for the protection and all the consistent blessings I've been through. Way too much not to be as grateful as I truly am, she says, I quote. Yes, spilling the tea, bruh. Mena was not wearing her wedding ring in a baby bump photo she posted Friday on Instagram, which is a very nice photo. I'm sure some of you have seen it. She looks very good. She's a beautiful woman. Mena has appeared in 6 seasons of Love and Hip Hop New York, while Samuels joined the series in season 8. The reality series was in the midst of their 10th season on VH1 when COVID-19 pandemic hit. So, of course, we know that Mona Scott Young is the creator of the Love and Hip Hop franchise. So they've since been doing other different projects on VH1. I think they did the. I know they did the Valentine's thing. Her and Safari. You can see. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Safari. We all know Safari dated Nicki Minaj for years. Um, totally two different types of women. Nicki and Erica. They may have some similarities, but um, um, Nicki is not as transparent to me as Erica is. Erica's a little bit more emotional than Nicki. Safari is one of those stand-up type of guys. I think he is either Jamaican or Haitian or something like that, from the islands. And I think he's a real stand-up type of guy. And I think when he met Erica, he saw a wounded bird. He wanted to do the same thing for Erica that Kanye did for Kim, and just in a uh, 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 a different standard of because Kanye Safari is not as popular as Kanye, has the money. He is maybe as popular, but he doesn't have the money that Kanye has. But I think Safari tried to do what Kanye did for Kim. No shade to Erica. I like Erica. I like her persona on the shows. I like her, how she tries to stand up for herself, and she needs to be a little bit more level headed. She's young still. She is now a mother of two, soon to be three children. She has a son from a previous relationship before she married Safari. But I think Safari saw something good in Erica, as did Kanye, and he married Erica. He wanted to make a decent woman out of her. No shade, Erica. And he wanted to protect her and love her. And I believe that because of Erica's past, she was unable to accept the love that Safari um, was trying to give her. Also, they both have big personalities. Safari is always on Instagram with his abs, and it's all about him. He's this real big persona, and so is Erica. It worked between Kanye and Kim for 7, almost 8 years, but Kim knew her lane to stay in the relationship. To me, she allowed Kanye to be the man to a certain extent, except as far as some of the decisions about her career. Now, I don't know about Erica. I don't know about that other side of Erica that we don't know. I know I've seen them on several VH1 specials recently since the COVID pandemic, stopped the filming of the 10th season, but they did do some of the specials. And I saw a little bit of interaction between them. Safari, again, is very outspoken, has a big personality, so it does Erica. And I saw they were bumping heads a lot, who's going to be in power. And when two people are in power, you have a power couple like that, one has to know when to take the back seat and take the lead, and vice versa. So I think that was the issue between Safari and Erica, as Rich Dollar calls her, Erica. Um, I believe that he was really trying to make her, decent, love her. Now, we always know they always air their dirty laundry out on Instagram. So we don't know. She may retract this, we don't know. I haven't heard any infidelity rumors or anything from Safari. We know the women love Safari. He had showed his thing. Everybody know what his thing look like. So of course, the women are in his DMs constantly. And Erica does have a lot of women that may don't think that she deserves Safari. So I'm not going to say she doesn't have any enemies or anybody plotting against her or anything like that. But I do wish her the best in her pregnancy. A pregnant woman doesn't need to be stressed out during this time. For her to file for divorce while she's pregnant, she's due to have her baby in July. She must be really fed up. Something must really be going on um, for her to file for divorce during her, the last trimester of her pregnancy. I'm really shocked about that. So, um, mm, SAFAREE, I don't know what all you can do or how you can help this. If I don't know if you want this or not. We haven't heard any statements or anything from him, but she's filed for divorce. But a lot of times they both get on Instagram and they do this big song and dance and they cut up and air out all their dirty laundry and stuff like that. So it was I never really knew whether it would be um a real long marriage, but I did believe that I liked them together. Actually, a lot of people didn't think it would last, but I did think that it would. Maybe um, it would at least last a couple of years. A lot of people said it was for publicity. I don't know, because the allegation states that she is filing for an annulment. Hi, hi, TT. How are you? Come on in, girl. Spilling this tea about SAFAREE and Erica. Erica has filed for divorce from SAFAREE, and she's due to have her baby in July, and she's um, already almost in her third trimester. So I was saying that she has to be really fed up for her to um, file for divorce while pregnant. And a lot of times women will stay on in their marriages or pregnant. Yeah. So she must be really mad with him. But Erica is of Hispanic descent and they hot headed. So she's real hot headed. You know how she is. She got that mouth. You can't tell her nothing when she gets angry and all of that. I know SAFAREE is, he's I think he's Jamaican or Haitian or one of those. Um and they're they have tempers too. So, but he's mild mannered. He's a real mild mannered guy. Um, I also thought about with the breakup with Nicki Minaj. I think he always will love Nicki, and Nicki's pregnant. She's moving on with her life as well. She's gotten married, and I wonder, did SAFAREE marry Erica as like a rebound type style? Because he did date a couple of women in between his marriage between Nicki and Erica. Um, and I wonder what the type of guy that SAFAREE seems that he is, because he has this big persona, but I think he's like really a teddy bear down inside. And yeah, she's a wild one now. Erica is a loose cannon at times. I thought SAFAREE had kind of tempered her a little bit. So he would show her he loved her. He she needs a lot of attention, and SAFAREE gave her that, and I thought it was a true romance really made in heaven for them, you know. But I don't know if with the pregnancy hormones raging, Erica, you may be overthinking this, and you may can work it out because as you know, your mother, when we're pregnant, your hormones raging, girl. So you might want to think about it. SAFAREE's a good dude, I believe. I believe he's a good father to your children, and I don't know what's going on personally, but if it's something you can work out, I hope that you do. I really like SAFAREE, and I like Erica too. I like them both. So I hope that they work things out. I don't know though. Erica is so high headed. I don't know. I know she. It seems that she wanted stability and she was looking for love. She had a few hiccups. She dated Bow Wow. She dated Rich Dollars. She dated some other guys. She kissed a lot of frogs, and I thought maybe SAFAREE was her prince. But everybody has issues in their relationships, whether they're married or single or whatever. And it's a high emotional time with the pandemic and the uncertainty of things that are going on. So that with a combination of her being pregnant and SAFAREE having this, big persona. I know the women are all in his DMs and things like that. It's probably causing, her to feel insecure because Erica's very easy to feel insecure, to feel like she's not loved. So, SAFAREE, step your game up, bro. I know you still want your bride. I know you don't want her out there with the children alone. She's asking for spousal support. She asking, she don't want child support, spousal support, alimony. Sometimes it's cheaper to keep it. Sometimes it's better to try to work things out. Maybe you guys could try some counseling or something. I don't know. That can even be a you can go to that couples thing that they have on WeTV with Judge Lynn Tolan and the other doctor. Y'all might have to go out there and do some counseling or try some of these other shows where you guys can get some one-on-one time away from the children and kind of rectify things and fix things. I hope that you could work it out. Let's move on to the next story. Oh my God, when I saw it this morning, I was like, what? Kim Kardashian is being sued. And Kanye, let me put him in there too. It don't matter if they divorce or divorcing or however their status is. Uh, Kim sued and Kanye West failed to pay employees in a $60 million house in Los Angeles on their wedding anniversary before their marriage. And the employees sued Kim. And let me give you a little bit of background about it. Kim Kardashian, now 7 of her staff were sued her for unpaid wages. However, reality star attributed the blame to the supplier. She said so I'll read that. Yeah, opposites attract. Opposites attract. Yeah, opposites attract. They were opposites. In the legal documents obtained, TMZ is always on it. Let me tell you something. Now, you do something, TMZ gonna find out. TMZ, and they confirmed it by the Sun news affiliate, that 7 employees who had previously worked for Kim Kardashian star at the Hidden Mountain Real Estate, she's being sued and claimed that they were told they were full-time employees when they were first hired. However, they claim that they were treated as independent contractors, which caused them to lose any full-time benefits. Jen was also prosecuted for failure to pay overtime and improper and illegal business practices. However, Kim's representatives told the outlet another story because they claimed that the mother of a family of 4 hired a third-party supplier to provide continuous maintenance, cleaning services, and the agreement reached between the supplier and the worker. She shouldn't be blamed for it because she said she didn't hire them directly. She used a third party to hire her the housekeepers, the maintenance, I guess the groundskeeper, pool, whatever. Because whenever you would see them on television, her house would be immaculate. The children might be running around and cutting up and all on top of her furniture and stuff, but the house was clean. And Kim won't clean it, so she had to have some cleaners there. They said she had her cleaners there constantly all the time. In the article I read this morning, I'm going to go back to this article, but in the article I read this morning, it stated that they were the maintenance crew was hired, which was hired through someone that she contacted, like an employment agency or something like that, temp agency or whatever. But she was telling the workers that they were full-time employees, meaning full-time employees get benefits, they get breaks, lunch, and things like that. The contractor that hired the maintenance crew was telling them, no, you're not full-time employees, you are 1099 contracted employees. So the reason why the maintenance crew is suing is because they said they work just like, not 24 hours constantly, but they didn't receive breaks, lunches, they didn't get their benefits because Kim kept saying employees. You were employees. Yes, she is a neat freak. She's very clean and neat. And Kim kept calling them employees, but Kim doesn't know the ins and outs of the hiring of the maintenance crew. If you in my house and you doing some work, of course I'm gonna say you work for me. I'm not gonna say you work for the Roundtree Group. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, if you're talking to me and you're asking me questions, I'm gonna be like, you work for me or whatever. So maybe she was using the wrong verbiage. I don't know. But anyway, they are suing her for the time that they didn't receive their lunches, breaks. They said they work extra all the time because of the filming. They had to constantly clean, and they didn't get compensated for it. And so let me go back to this article here because it's a different one than I read this morning. Um, However, they claim they were treated as independent contractors, which caused them to lose any full-time benefits. Kim also was prosecuted to failure to pay overtime and improper and illegal business practices, allegedly. However, Kim's representative told the outlet another story because they claimed that the mother of a family of four hired a third-party supplier to provide continuous maintenance, cleaning services, and an agreement reached between the supplier and the worker. She could not blame her for that. The representative explained that this does not bear responsibility, however, to the company. This article is not written correctly. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the one that I had this morning. Okay, so they said that she was even allegedly being sued for child labor law as well. They said she hired some minors as well. I don't know if Kim hired them specifically herself or the employer the company that she hired to hire the maintenance crew, if they hired the underage teenagers to work for her. It's alleged, so we really don't know. But it says that there was children involved that were working allegedly. And let's start again here. All right, so I didn't know Kim was 40 already. The 40-year-old star has been sued by 7 former members of the gardening and maintenance staff for $60 million due workplace misconduct. According to the plaintiffs, the makeup mogul was late in paying them and withheld 10% of their wages for taxes, which she did not forward to the government as well. The claim also suggests that Kim refused to pay them overtime and sometimes forced them to work without meal breaks. Wow. A spokesman on behalf of Kim Kardashian, however, says that this matter is between the third party vendor and the workers. Kim has always paid the third party on time, which subsequently hires the staff. The representative went on to say that Kim hopes this issue gets resolved as amicably as possible. These workers were hired and paid through a third party vendor hired by Kim to provide ongoing services. Kim is not party to the agreement made between the vendor and the workers. Therefore, she is not responsible for how the vendor manages their businesses and the agreements they have made directly to the staff. Kim has never not paid a vendor for their services and hopes that the issue between these workers and the vendors who hired them can be amicably resolved soon. She does not have a history of not paying her bills on time, never has, never will. She takes a lot of pride in paying people on time for their work, so this issue is nothing to do with her, and these workers are suing the wrong person. The lawyer for the employees were very careful not to include Kim's name in the statement. They or directly mention any claims against her because he knows these employees never work directly for Kim, only through a third party vendor. Okay, so the allegations about the child, um, there's an article about child labor laws being violated. That they didn't have lunches or breaks, that she would tell them that they were full-time employees, But Kim don't just didn't know what the third party vendor said or what the agreement was between the workers. So I'm with Kim on this one. I don't believe Kim is liable for them getting the wrong. Um, they said that they were contractors, so that means that they got 1099s when the year ended, when that work year ended. But they also stated that when they filed their 1099s, that the government didn't even have their portion of the taxes that was supposed to be taken out for them, even if they were contractors. And that is not Kim's responsibility. That is the vendor that hired the workers' responsibility to make sure they enter the correct tax information on each employee, whether they're 1099 employees or W-2 employees. That is not Kim's responsibility. And I've known a lot of times you get mixed up whether you're a 1099 employee or your W-2 employee, because my husband used to have he still does have a business that we ran, and our employees were 1099 employees. And that means that you're responsible for your own taxes at the end of the year. And I think that's what happened. They were probably thinking they were W-2 employees, which means they're full-time employees with benefits. You receive breaks. You receive 2 breaks, a lunch. I don't know. Even with 1099 employees, there are still labor laws that gives you breaks. You still get 2 breaks, lunch, and things like that. I I'm with the lawyers for the vendors, though. They did make sure they did not include Kim's name in the lawsuit, but then the workers themselves filed the lawsuit against Kim outside of, I guess, suing their direct employer. So, but Kim is not liable for this. And I hope this doesn't tarnish her brand. I've never heard anywhere in the news where Kim hasn't paid anyone or anything like that. She does a lot of charity work. She does a lot of prison reform um, work as well. She helps people that are being wrongly accused. She has went to Washington lots of times for to help advocate for someone that's been wrongly accused, that's on death row and things like that. So I don't think Kim is that type of person that she wouldn't pay. I don't think she was oblivious to any of the agreements. And during this time when you're divorcing her, Kanye was divorcing during this time. And I'm sure if she could have helped, she would have. Yeah, they're gonna sue everybody till they get paid. They're gonna sue everybody till they get paid. That's right. They're gonna sue everybody they can until they get some money. They're gonna get some money out of somewhere. And a lot of times, um, people will sue and do things like this because they know people of her stature. They don't want this stuff in the media for long, tarnishing their brand. So a lot of times they'll offer money and just go ahead on and pay it and to get rid of it. But in these times now, a lot of these people with good money or in the spotlight or rich or whatever, they're thinking twice about paying out all this money to these people for these frivolous lawsuits or these lawsuits that don't have any um, bearings. Because not only does it show some form of guilt when you pay this stuff off just to keep it out of the media, but take me to court and prove it. Take me to court and prove that I was negligent or whatever it is that you're trying to say about me. Take me to court. Take me to court, honey. I don't blame them about, um not wanting to pay somebody's you have to pay lawyer fees and things like that to when a person sues like that frivolously and you just want to keep it out of the press. So I don't blame Kim. I'm like, sue the correct person because I'm not going to do it. I'm not, that's not my responsibility. I know she feels bad for them, and I'm sure she will help out if she can. But if I was Kim, I would sit steady in the boat and wait and see what these lawyers are going to do. I would not for 1 second Think about paying no extra money to nobody. Okay, Kim, I hope you get all that worked out, baby. Moving on. Nick Cannon. Nick, what you doing? Nick Cannon. Boy, you trying to keep up with Eddie Murphy, ain't you? Eddie Murphy got 10 and you working on your number 7, allegedly. Okay, so Nick Cannon says stay tuned amid the speculation that he's expecting his 4th baby in a year. This will make number 7 if this is his baby, allegedly. Nick Cannon said, well, hold up, wait a minute, because this might not be my baby. Wait a minute. That's what Nick's saying. Hold on, let me get the paternity test first before y'all start giving me another baby. Nick says that it's alleged that this will be the second Wildin' Out girl that's have had his baby, if this is true, if the allegations are true. So let's find out what's going on. Nick Cannon could soon be welcoming another son, allegedly. This is by People. People magazine is reporting this. Nickelodeon alum, 40-year-old, and model Elisa Scott are reportedly expecting their first child together, a son named Zen S. Cannon. Scott seemingly confirmed in a since deleted Instagram post Cannon's baby with Scott would be his 7th child and his 4th in a year. His 4th in a year now. Scott, who reportedly appeared on Cannon's game show Wildin' Out, shared a nude maternity photo on Instagram last week, which has been removed, and captioned the picture with the name of the baby boy on the way. This will be Scott's 2nd child. One user commented on the post to wish Scott and Nick congratulations on the baby, to which the model replied with a thank you. In another comment, Scott revealed that she is currently 34 weeks along and she's getting to that uncomfortable stage where everything aches. Cannon, who has yet to comment on the reports, wrote on Instagram Monday that he has a big announcement on the way, though he did not allude to the pregnancy news. Friends and family smiling every day. Hashtag stay tuned. Cannon wrote alongside a picture of him interviewing a young girl. The model first announced news of her pregnancy in January with a since deleted photo on her baby bump on Instagram, writing, let's all gasp together. So excited. Baby number 2 on the way. Okay, so Nick was like, hold up, wait a minute. That's Nick. Nick was like, wait a minute. Wait. Because I ain't said nothing about I got no baby on the way. That was her. And he already, and Nick said, Nick said, no. Let me find out first before y'all get to congratulating and thanking me and all of that. Nick Cannon is, I don't blame him. 4th child in 1 year. I think he got 2 sets of twins. That makes 4. And then one more he had by another girl, a Wildin' Out girl, recently this year. So that's 3. And then if he has this one, this will be his 4th child. And he's like, wait, let's wait and see first, because I don't think that this could be my child. I don't think that this could be my child, so I think we need to wait. I am proud to see him back on the network Unmasked. I love that show, and he did great. Niecy Nash had took his place for a couple of episodes, and then Nick was brought back. I'm glad he was cleared of all of that big fiasco about what he said about white people and all this amid racial frustrations. I don't see why they would have taken some of his endorsements and things like that. I thought it had ruined his career, but I was 100% behind him about the statements that he made. I mean, we have been oppressed and depressed for years, and him speaking out for his people, I don't see that anything was wrong with that. He may have used some unpolitically correct words, but he was, to me, justified in speaking up for his race and the things that have been, done to us over these last 400 plus years. So, how are you going to hold a black man responsible for words he spoke that were true? Nothing he said was untrue. He may have used some choice words about that he shouldn't have used, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he was expressing his concern about, our black race and his black people. So I'm glad that's all cleared back up. He's back on the show, The Masked Singer. I talking about Unmasked, The Masked Singer, and I hope he get this baby fiasco and everything cleared up as well. Yeah, he has two by Mariah, twins, boy and girl, Monroe and Lord, Monroe and somebody. Monroe and Morocco, I think it is. Ain't it Monroe and Morocco? And he had another set of twins by another girl, so that's four. Then he had a single child by a Wild and Out girl that was on the show as well. And then this would be the fourth baby, if this is allegedly, if it's true, is that it's his by a girl that had appeared on Wild and Out as well. So Nick putting it down. He's supposed to be sick, y'all. Nick got lupus or sickle cells or something. He's sick. He has a some type of immune disease or something like that. And it ain't messing with them with the gene pool. The gene pool still. He still got it going on. Everything is working just fine for him. He's doing great. So sexually he's okay. Yeah, Moroccan and Monroe. Yeah, that's their name, Moroccan and Monroe. They seem to have a good relationship, him and Mariah. They co-parent very well. You don't ever hear Mariah and Nick fussing over, she won't let him see the kids and stuff like that. So I like their relationship together. They have a really good relationship together. I also want to report that Charlemagne the God apologized to Kwame Brown. So let me pull that story up. Uh, Charlemagne the God apologized to Kwame about the things he said. Don't make no sense. Charlemagne need to chill out, like for real. Um, Even though we report on the T and things like that, we still have to respect one another, regardless. So let me read you this hot tea here. As to something to throw in on the end here. Charlemagne the God apologizes to Kwame Brown for causing pain. Since I unintentionally caused trauma, I need to be intentional about causing healing, says Charlemagne. Charlemagne the God is taking the high road after making comments about former NBA player Kwame Brown. The radio host gave himself his infamous Donkey of the Day award on Monday for making comments about Brown's family. Per complex. Since I unintentionally caused trauma, I need to be intentional about causing healing, says Charlemagne. On a recent episode of All the Smoke, podcast associated with Charlemagne's Black Effect Network, comments were made about Brown by co-hosts Stephen Jackson and Matt Barnes. In the retired player's defense, Charlemagne spread rumors about Brown's family. We tried to warn you what's in it for us. Podcast says history is repeating itself. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody, said Charlemagne. Clearly, all that he's a bust up gets to him. You don't know what people are going through or have been through. The 42-year-old host said Brown's father attacked his girlfriend with an axe handle. Wow. The 42-year-old host said Brown's father attacked his girlfriend with an axe handle, buried her alive, and is currently serving prison for it. He also said Brown's brother attempted suicide after shooting the mother of his child several times. He added another one of Brown's siblings is also serving time for murder. Once Brown caught wind of the comments, he allegedly started to resurface rumors of rape allegations against Charlemagne. The host reportedly sent a cease and desist letter to Brown. I'm sure I caused pain for not only Kwame Brown, but for his family, especially his family in my hometown of Knox Corner, South Carolina. You know how I know? Because I spoke to a few of them, and said the radio host on Monday, and I was apologizing for triggering them. Brown, 39, was drafted at the number one out of high school in 2001, playing 12 overall seasons for the NBA for 7 teams, including the Wizards, the Los Angeles Lakers, ending his career with Philadelphia 76ers in 2013. He was the first overall number one player drafted right out of high school. After former Wizards player Gilbert Arenas referenced Brown as a show pony and on All the Smoke. Oh my God, it was killing him. As a show pony in All the Smoke podcast, Brown went on his various social media platforms to unleash a profane clapback to all involved. He also objected to how he was characterized on the show's platform when Lakers owner Jeannie Buss was on the show. Given that all three former players are well known for shenanigans on and off the court, it may be one of the reasons why Brown got fed up. Some history: in 2009, Arenas and his teammate Jarvis Critton faced off in the locker room over a gambling debt. Both displayed guns. Oh my God. Critton, though a drew a loaded handgun on Arenas, they that led to both being suspended for the entirety of the 2010 season, as well as being charged on firearms violation. Critton never played another NBA game and has been serving 23 year sentence for manslaughter since 2015. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Barnes, as you may remember, confronted his former teammate Derek Fisher about dealing with his estranged wife, former reality star Gloria Govan, another loving hip hop. I mean, another Basketball Wives alum, Gloria Govan. She's a Basketball Wife alum. A scuffle ensued. Gloria and Derek remained engaged after COVID postponed their 2020 wedding. Jackson was one of the main participants in the infamous Malice in the Palace incident when a game between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons turned into a benches clearing brawl that involved the crowd. So it's possible that Brown didn't take kindly to being the subject of criticism from other former players with their own checkered histories. I know that's right. Sweep around your own front door before you try to come for me, boo-boo. Sweep around your own front door before you try to come for me, sweetheart. Now Matt Barnes and them, and Gloria getting ready to marry that dude. Okay, you caused a whole brawl. The other dude never got a chance to play again. They drew guns on one another. Charlemagne the God was accused of rape years ago, and he didn't want Kwame to even bring that about anymore. So Kwame was like, hold up, I don't bother nobody, I don't say nothing. And y'all talking about me, talk about yourselves. Talk about your own checker past, your own histories. Although Kwame Brown's, the thing they said about his family is shocking. the things that went on with his family, his brother, killed the baby mama and all that kind of stuff like that. The things that went on, is tragic. But the other players, Matt and all of them, they had stuff going on in their lives as well. Talk about your past. Talk about how your wife, that boy took your wife like that and get ready to marry her. Only reason why they didn't get married because COVID had to postpone the wedding. Talk about that. So to me, when people are hurt and they're bitter, they take it out on other people. They try to talk about other people's pain so that you won't focus on their pain or their past. So Charlemagne offered an apology to Kwame's family members. I think they contacted him in some kind of way. And he apologized to them, and then he did this apology to Kwame as well. So I ran Kwame said, "Don't come for me, because I'm not playing. Like, don't do that. I could pull up all the dirt on y'all too, because I don't bother nobody." Okay, Kwame. Listen, men be cutting up too now. We always report hot tea on the women cutting up on the housewives or women cutting up on these reality shows and stuff like that. But look at these men cutting up. Joe Budden and them cutting up. And Matt Barnes, Charlemagne the Gods, and all of them, they cutting up too. Gossiping, talking stuff, spilling tea, telling people business, stuff like that. Just like we be doing. So ain't nobody better than nobody else. Y'all have several seats. Several. Yes, y'all do. Y'all have drama too. I'm talking about they pull guns on each other at the game in the locker room. I ain't even know that T right there because I'm not an NBA. I like the Miami Heat. That's my team. That if I was to choose an NBA team to root for or whatever, it would be the Miami Heat. But I'm a NFL girl. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I love football. I got a nephew that's just made it to the pros. He's playing for the LA Chargers this year. Shout out to Larry Lee Roundtree the third, Trey. We congratulate you. But I'm an NFL girl. I'm not really into the NBA drama and things like that. But to hear all this drama and stuff going on is ridiculous. Like I said earlier, we in a high sensitive time. Regardless of what the CDC say and regardless of what your governor say over that resides over your states, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. COVID is still rising. Although we are being vaccinated, those that have been vaccinated, choosing to be vaccinated, has given us hope that we would eventually be able to contain the disease, and the spread will slow down. COVID is still here. A lot of people are suffering from what they call the COVID fatigue, and a lot of people are highly emotional. I have reported on my Spotify podcast. In the month of April, there were 45 mass shootings across the United States, from road rage, parties gone wrong, workplace mass shootings, and more. 45 mass shootings within 30 days in the month of April. We have a whole lot of mental health issues going on that's not being attended to because of COVID. And everybody is highly emotional, very sensitive. We've been quarantined and it's just a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of uncertainty, and people are upset. You mash that button or you say one thing now, a person goes off when before they would turn the other cheek and walk away. 45 mass shootings. If you go to my Spotify show, Plus Size T, same name as this one. I think the name of the show is about mass shootings, and I named each shooting, where it was, what was it about. A lot of them were road rages, parties. A whole bunch of them were workplace. Some of them were families where the president just walked in and killed 3, 4 family members at a time. I mean, the ages range from young teenagers committed the mass shootings to people in their late 60s, 70s. So it's not an age group. So you can't try to put it on the millennials and Generation X's and the XYZs, PYTs. It's everybody across the board. Baby boomers, Generation X's, Generation Z's, LGBT crews, XYZs, elemental P's, and everybody. It's some of everything. Workplace shootings, FedEx. That young boy, he was 19 years old, and he just sprayed. He got out the car. They say he got out the car, and his automatic weapon was going off as soon as he got out the car. 45 in April, and I've been seeing a lot of them because I troll the news a lot, for content for both these shows, and I see it. Maybe I'll do a show about it. It's not uncommon. So people are on high alert, highly emotional, very sensitive. They want their money, they want their dough. Don't touch their woman, don't look at their man, don't touch their children, don't step on my tennis shoes, don't get on my car. We back to that time when every little thing somebody does is, make you flip out. So people, be careful. We at a heightened sensitivity level right now because of the pandemic and other things that are going on racially. Police killing everybody and everything. You scared to get. I see a policeman and I think like he's gonna pull me. I automatically get an attitude. Like that's automatically like, oh my god, like what you want. Your attitude is like what you want. You gonna kill me too today? And people is like tired. They're tired of racial equality. They're tired of, being their rights taken. It's just look, cross your I's, dot your T's. Look, cross your I's and dot your T's. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Mind your P's and Q's. Pay attention. Watch your language. Watch your body. Be cognizant of what's going on in your area where you at when you're out. Now that we're back out in public and you're going back to your Walmarts and places like that and you're shopping, for those of you that, some people never stop, but a lot of us did follow, the proper protocol. We did follow the mandates, to social distance and things like that. A lot of people are just coming out of quarantine. A lot of people are just coming out from being segregated from others. And it's a highly stressful time. Child abuse numbers are up because families had to be in such close quarters without, the children being in school or people being able to go to work and have time alone and time to themselves to decompress and things like that. Child support's gone up. Abuse amongst, adults have gone up, and shootings and killings and things like that has gone up. It's off the chain. So please be mindful and be prayerful about your, the parties and things you go to. You hear an argument going on, get your pocketbook, your cheering, if you got your cheering with you, and head on to the car. If you're in a Walmart or something like that and you hear somebody arguing, get you one of them self-checkouts and get on out of there if you can. Because people are not taking junk from people anymore. I'm glad you paid your child support off too, Kirk. I don't want to see you on the news. But yeah. So anyway, I hope this tea was good. I'll be seeing you guys again on Thursday, hopefully with some better content, more updates and things like that. Again, if you're just tuning in, please like and subscribe, ring that bell so you can know when I'm on. I will always try to do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here on YouTube. And again, on my Spotify channel on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for my motivational life's journey show. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, I'm new to YouTube. I really like talking, as you can see. and bringing you, the hot tea and topics. And I'll do some other types of shows as well. I want to do some exposés about things. One of the next things I want to discuss is why do women choose to allow other people in the bedroom? Is it by choice? Is it to please their man? Or is it the going thing now? What is it? Is it pressure for the woman to allow someone else in their bed? I want to talk about that. I want to get a panel together and discuss what is the reason why women allow someone else in the bedroom, like threesomes and things like that. So that's one of the things I do want to discuss. Maybe we can do that on Saturday. I can try to get a panel together, and I think that'll be a really good show. But other than that, tea bags, I will see you on Thursday. And again, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Any of you want to reach me, you can email me at justforrose66@hotmail.com. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. And I love you all, Curtis and Taisha. Thank you for tuning in with me today. And for those of you that will be tuning in after the live is over, I do appreciate any comments and likes and things that you give me after the broadcast. Okay, I love you all. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to some. Smooches. Bye, guys.